Hey guys, back again, and today guys is just a quick one. So, this subject guys I want to talk about is obviously Forza Horizon 5 coming to the PlayStation 5, and the fact that now you can see it's even on the PlayStation Store at the moment. It's saying wishlist it, and I think it's a good thing. I've talked about it, guys, before and said, that Xbox games coming to PlayStation 5 is not a bad thing for Xbox, as vice versa. PlayStation 5 games actually go into Xbox if they ever did. I think of it as a whole gaming industry part of it, it's a great thing going forward. I mean, everyone gets to play, and that games is due, it's a way for everyone to be able to play the games in at the end of the day. It doesn't mean that PlayStation's better or Xbox is better or any console's better at the end of the day. The game itself sells itself. So, whatever. But the one thing concerning me, guys, is, like I've said, is Forza Horizon 5 going to get a physical release on the PlayStation 5? I kind of hope it does. Well, not hope, not kind of hope. I really hope it does. And these are my reasons why I think it would be a better overall selling game if it was a physical copy. If they actually bring Forza Horizon 5, a physical copy to the PlayStation 5, guys, I will be first in line to buy it, and I don't mind shedding out 60 quid or more for the game, especially if it's got, like, all the DLC on it as well. And the reason I say I hope that gets a physical release, not only am I a physical collector, but as a whole, guys, I've played Forza Horizon 5 on the Xbox, and it is an amazing, amazing game. It literally walks the floor over Motorfest, guys. It really does, because the fact is, guys, you can play the game offline. There is no online capabilities required to play the game. You can play the game offline. Obviously, playing online, you get to do festival events, stuff like that. But then saying that, guys, provided you've got like an internet connection to your PlayStation, you can still kind of do the festival parts anyway. Well, you could on Xbox, so I'd imagine it's the same for PlayStation. But the reason I say, guys, like I said, these Xbox games get physical releases, I hope they do, is because, as a whole, I am a physical buyer, and they're going to want a lot of money for these games. They're not going to come on there. They're not going to be like 20 quid, guys, and they're relatively old games. The only way they're literally going to be buyable to a lot of people is if they are a physical game, because you got to think Motorfest is an online-only game, and you know where I stand with that, guys, and a lot of people will stand the same place, I'd imagine. Not everyone, but, most of us. So the point of, if Forza Horizon 5 does get that physical release one day, maybe it comes out digitally first on PlayStation, and then maybe I don't know, 4 more months we'll get a physical copy. I'll hold out for the physical copy, guys. I am not going to jump the queue, buy it digitally, even though I know Forza Horizon is an amazing franchise. It really, really is. If you've only ever played PlayStation games all your life and you've never played the Xbox Forza games, you really have missed out on them. But like I said, if it gets a physical release, guys, I think that'll buck a lot of these MMO games, I'll call them. That'll buck their ideas up, guys, because we need fucking physical, but we also need single-player offline games. And Forza Horizon 5 delivers that, guys. It's an amazing game. Is it as good as Forza Horizon 4 was? I'll say no. For some reason, even though Forza Horizon 5 was a newer game, I kind of felt like the upgrade from the Xbox to Xbox Series X on the Forza Horizon 4 front, just textures and everything looked a lot better. I kind of felt like Forza Horizon 4 was like the newer game in texture, styles, gameplay, and shine on the cars and everything. So I don't know why, but I would love to see Forza Horizon 4, 3, and 2 even get a port to PlayStation at some point, if it does. But then, going to the Xbox players, I do think it's time, it's fair that they get some games back. So, I wouldn't even mind them getting Gran Turismo or, God of War or anything like that, personally, because the more players on Gran Turismo, the better, because they've made that all online, and fuck that game up pretty much, in my opinion. But, yeah, let me know down below, guys, what you think. Is it something you'd be interested in if the Xbox games came physical as well? I'm all about physical, so if we got the Master Chief Collection, as I said, is coming. If that comes physical, the Gears of War collection comes physical, and the Forza Horizon comes physical, I'm not saying day of launch, but at some point they bring a physical copy of the game out and it's not a limited bloody run, I'll be first in line, guys. I don't mind paying 50, 60, 70 pounds for something like that, right? In my opinion, it's my opinion only, but I look at it as it's supporting the developer, and also these games, I've played these games before, so I know what I'm getting for my money. And to be honest, I don't mind paying that price because they are fun games. They are really good. The Gears of War collections have always been, absolutely next level. Same as the Halo collection stuff, guys, in my opinion. I've already played them. I've already beaten these games on Xbox, but obviously I got rid of my Xbox. Now I'm just concentrating on PlayStation, Switch, and retro consoles. So for me, it's a massive, awesome, good thing, It's a thank you, pretty much, from Xbox to PlayStation players. But I would say, your Xbox players out there are they're whinging a little bit, and it's fair play to them. And like I said, I'm not about that. I'm not about being for one console, not the other. So I do believe that it's fair as a gamer and as gamers all round. We should reciprocate. PlayStation should now say, look, here comes this, that, and the other. But to be fair, we did do that back in the day. Xbox just don't remember. I mean, look, right, we had Grand Theft Auto Vice City and Grand Theft Auto 3 way before the original Xbox did. After a long period of time, we said, fine, they can have it. And then the Xbox finally got their double pack released, and then they got, obviously, GTA ever since, but technically GTA was a PlayStation exclusive. It might have been on PC as well, but it was technically a PlayStation exclusive. It weren't ported on any other system, it weren't on Mega Drives, it weren't on Sega consoles, it wasn't on, or was it on Sega? I can't remember now, I might be wrong now. I'm going to shut up, guys, before I dig a hole I can't get out of. But the point is, right, I don't look at it as the franchise goes to one console exclusively. We want a console war in so many ways, in the sense of games being exclusive to one to another, but they could still do that anyway, in the sense of the DLC part of it. You could have special one-off DLCs for them, and I don't mean just in characters and stuff. I mean, it could be exclusive maps, exclusive gun packs, exclusive cars, in different ways. It makes people want to play for both or either system then, still, and you still got a big player base. But with that being said, I want game developers to start thinking more about the single player aspect first over the multiplayer, and I wish they'd stop making games require internet and updates and this, that, and the other. The game should be made before it's even made for disc prints already, guys. The game should be ready to go before that happens. When they know the game is finished and ready, and I don't care then if they take another 6 months or so after the game has been printed to disc to bring out the online multiplayer, and that's an update patch, because at the end of the day, when the multiplayer servers get turned off, you can't play that part of the game anyway. So it's just makes sense to me that the single player part of the game is on the disc, and that's the bit they mainly focus on, and then plummet all their efforts then into the multiplayer part afterwards. And I'm down for them doing that and making all that updates and patches, because once the game dies and they turn the server off, you're just going to go back and play the single player part anyway. But they're not even doing that nowadays, and that's my gripe, guys. This is probably the best way I've ever worded it. I don't know, maybe today I've managed to get some brains, I don't know. I just feel like I've worded that a lot better today than I ever have before, guys. You know what I mean? That's just one of them things. But yeah, that's my gripe to it anyway. I think that they made, from now on, if developers want to do anything, it's like people saying the PlayStation 6, this, that, and the other. We don't need a new console, guys. We really don't. This is what Sony needs to understand. This is what, Xbox, Microsoft needs to understand. We've hit our limitations, right? We don't need new hardware. We need new software. Now, personally, I don't care if we didn't see a new generation of console, guys, for at least another 15, 20 years. I wouldn't be mad at all. We could stick with the PlayStation 5 for fucking 10 years. What I do think they should do is bring out a PlayStation 5 2.0. And hear me out, guys, right? Make the PlayStation like Lego. So example, right? You can choose how to build your PlayStation 5. If they really wanted to market and keep the PlayStation and Sony brand super strong, all they really need to do is, like I said, make a Lego version. I'm calling it a Lego version, guys, because you can actually build it from the ground up, right? You can choose what disk drive you want. Now, hear me out on this one, guys, right? Imagine a disk drive, the most expensive disk drive you can buy will play PS5 games, PS4, PS3, PS2, PS1, all on the one disk drive, guys. Now, if they say to people, you buy that disk drive, we're going to give people a free update so that you can play your PlayStation 1 games on there, yeah, but you can also stream them, you can also record gameplay, you can also, do stuff like that, and put maybe a little trophy system in there as well, maybe. That will bring the PlayStation 1 library back to life, that will bring all your games back to life, but that ain't for everybody, guys. So that's what I'm saying. Make the PlayStation like Lego, so you can choose what disk drive you want, what hard drive you want, what style of fan you want, this, that, and the other, guys. What, style of memory styles and stuff. I think that's the way forward at this moment in time. Concentrate more on the VR2. Concentrate on bringing more and more games. Remaster a lot more. I'm down for remasters, guys, especially if they're done really, really well. But then they could also spin off from the remasters. Because if they've done like Medieval 1 and 2 remastered, guys, then maybe, just maybe, people then will understand who that character was and what them games are about. Then maybe we can get Medieval 3 or Medieval 4 or blah, blah, blah. We don't know, guys. This is the beautiful thing about if they stay with one generation of console for a very long time. If they said, look, we're going to do the PlayStation 5 and this is it. It's going to stay like this now for the next 20 years. But you can expect a boatload of games coming. They're going to make themselves a billionaire anyway, because that's what it's about. We don't buy consoles because we want a new console. We buy it for the games coming out. Now, at the end of the day, right, this is where Sony needs to actually realise and listen to the fans for once, that we don't need a new console. We don't need a new PlayStation 6. The PlayStation 5 is still on rocky grounds at the moment. There's probably half the population of Earth right now that don't have a PlayStation 5 because of financial difficulties and that. I mean, I personally have always said that the PlayStation 5 should not have launched in 2020, guys. With the COVID pandemic and everyone not being in work and nobody knowing for certainty what was happening, and they couldn't even, fulfill the orders and this, that, and the other, I think they should have pulled the console back till 2021. It would have been a much better launch, and it would have been better. Games would have been ready. They would have been rushing. It just seems they want quick cash grabs, and this is where companies need to learn that it's a dangerous road you live on today. When you do that, you could one mistake and you're bankrupt. One mistake, you piss your fan base off, you lost it, and that's the problem, guys. Like, we need to get the PlayStation, Microsoft, Nintendo, everyone to listen and say, like, look, don't keep throwing too much at something. The PlayStation 5 graphics are absolutely phenomenal. We do not need to get any better than this. We're happy with it. As fans, we're happy with it. All we want now is more games. Same to Xbox, same to Switch. The Switch 2 is coming out, and that I can understand why that's coming out, because, the limitations of the Switch were quite bad. I mean, I played WWE 2K18 on that game, on that console, and let's face it, you can't even play one-on-one matches. So, I can see why that's happening, right? They want to change it, make it a bit faster, but the PlayStation 5 is absolutely fine. All we need now is good development to bring us the games. We want remasters, but then we want new games on top of the remasters. Like Soul Reaver, you've done it. You're bringing people back to the Soul Reaver franchise. Now let us know you're working on a brand new Soul Reaver game. Bring us different games. Games are imagination, guys. That's what it comes down to. I've said it before and I'll say it again. It's all about imagination. You could say, oh, we're going to bring a game out where you play as a spider and you upgrade your spider. You can have fucking metal arms and fucking guns and laser eyeballs and whatever. Or you could just do simulation and be a spider that's got to, see the world from a spider's point of view. Like you run around and in the forest, depending on what spider you are. Look, I'm really in hopes we get Man-Eater 2, guys. And in Man-Eater 2, my idea for that would be, I'm hoping they're going to do more than one shark. Like, you can pick your shark, like a bullhead shark, a hammerhead shark, and a great white shark. Because then, and then the idea is obviously you morph into a megalodon as you eat more, progress on. Like the first one, so not too much change, just the difference that you can choose 3 or 4 different shark species, and the main goal is to turn into the biggest megalodon you've ever seen. And, again, I think that'd be really, really cool. I love the Man-Eater game, so I think, a second one would be great. So hopefully, Tripwire or whoever it was that made it, make that happen, guys, because that would be awesome. But we're getting Wreckfest 2, and I cannot wait for that, guys. So this is what I'm saying. They don't need to do a PlayStation 6. Like I said, at the best, I mean, they shouldn't have really brought out the PlayStation Pro. I mean, a PlayStation 2.0, like I said, would have been better. The PlayStation 5 2.0, because then you could Lego it. If you want different skins, if you want different hard drives, you want different disk drives. Because I would buy the most expensive disk drive, because I've got a PlayStation 1 library, 2 library, 3 library, 4 library, and 5, obviously, guys. So, it would make sense to me to buy that disk drive that plays all the games, so that my PlayStation 5 is absolutely complete. Now, if they took time then to bring out games differently, and like I said, they want to push the physical market, it's the way to do it. It's the best way to do it. And it's time they bring back Game of the Year editions as well, so we get that full DLC package on the disc. A lot of people will still buy it, collectors in total. They're saying that games aren't doing as well. It's because we feel cheated. We feel like we're getting broken. It's like, I don't know, it's like you're dealing with dodgy people, you know? It's like you don't physically get what they're saying. It's like they're hiding all the details from you. Like, this game's coming out, yeah, but can I play it on my own? Yeah, but can I play it on my own? Yeah, can I play it on my own? Then right at the end, they're like, oh, sorry, no, you can't. It kind of feels like them adverts, guys, you know, Action Man. He's there. Then at the end, the bloke speaks really fast and quiet. Batteries not included. It's like, you know, it's like that. It's like, they're trying not to give you the full information. It's like oh, yeah, these are good, mate. Yeah, yeah. These are awesome. Yeah, they're the best you can get. No, not this shit. You know what I mean? And it's like that, guys. You know, that's what gaming's dying off for today. They're wanting so much money for all this tat, and people will pay it, myself included. But they've got to realise there's a limit. I mean, you'd be pissed off, guys, if we bought Grand Theft Auto for 100, 120 quid, right? To find out, actually, it's only on one disc, and half of it's downloadable. You'd be pissed. I would be very fucking pissed, guys. I'm expecting that game to come on at least 2 to 3 discs, guys, at the very least. And I don't mind paying 120, 150 quid even. Why? Because the game should be about the quality. Now, in this state, right, if I'm paying 150 quid, guys, for GTA 6 on 3 discs, so everything's on and in the package, I could just install one disc, install disc 2, and then basically disc 3 is the complete play disc. I'm down, guys. I'm fucking down. I will do that shit and I'll pay the money because they'll put the effort in to say, here you go. It's all on the discs. You don't have to fucking have an update and this, that, and the other until obviously we update online and da. But the game's all on the disc. I don't mind paying that, guys. When it comes to Call of Duty, I think them games are only worth like $14.99, guys, when they come out. Why? They're not even just basics. You know, they're just they're just like a copy and paste. And I have a lot of fun with the Call of Duty franchise, guys, but I'm putting my foot down. This is my last one. I'm not getting another one, and I mean it. I know I've said it before, guys. I've told my wife, no, we're not doing it anymore. Even she agrees, guys. Black Ops 6 is the last Call of Duty I am ever buying until they realise we do not want the way they package it. Why am I not buying them anymore, guys? Because I spend £60 a year on a game I can't even play on my own. I have to do an update, and I have to do this, and I have to jump through all these fucking hoops, guys. And that just annoys me. It annoys me, and I feel like I've been cheated, guys. I feel like I've bought the game, I've supported their development, and in turn, I got told pretty much, fuck you. You know, it's like, oh, well, we packaged it shit, what you gonna do about it? And that's how I feel, guys. It's just not worth it. If the campaign was at least on the disc, I would buy every Call of Duty because I still like to go back and play the campaigns, guys. I still go back and play the PlayStation 3 ones. And most of my PS4 ones. I don't have them all on PS4 anymore. As I've told you guys, I've sold a lot of them off because of the reasons they were locked under a update patch. And they've gone. I've got rid of them. And I think a lot of people need to understand that it's just what it should be, you know? You might not care because you're like 5 minutes in and you're 5 minutes, you're done with it, you're out. But for the collector's point of view, for the person that's buying these and paying all that money for something, I mean, games aren't £60 anymore, guys. They're £60 to buy the disc, and then you're paying DLC, and then you're paying this, you're paying that. So someone asked me, someone in real life asked me, you know, who I know, like, you know, the problem with the life of things today. And I explained to him, I said, well, you have to understand that when I was younger, we bought a games console, and that was it, guys. You bought the console, you bought the software, you're done. That's it. That ain't like that now, guys. You go out of your way now, you buy a game, and you're expected to set up a mortgage. You know, like, look at Call of Duty, guys. 20, 18, 30 pounds for some of these skins. After paying £60 for the game, it's like, fucking no. It's just ridiculous, guys. I'm hoping that gaming will change and go back to the way it used to be over time, guys, but we shall see. But let me know down below, guys, what you think about the Xbox games coming to PlayStation 5. Do you think they should get a physical release? Would you like to see them get a physical release? I personally would, guys, as a collector. But like I said, that Forza Horizon 5, if they put that out physically, a lot more people will buy the game. because it does have that offline option to play the game and just drift, drive, and all that, like with no internet required. Whereas if you go on the crew and the internet goes down, tough shit, you can't play it. And as you've seen recently, guys, they're saying they had a problem. I think they got hacked again. And I'm glad it happened, guys. I am. And whoever did it, yeah, I'll give them a pat on the back and I'll give them a round of applause, because it's going to show people that the internet isn't bulletproof. It's not bulletproof. And PlayStation, understand, you are walking a tightrope. You're telling people to change online only, digital only. If someone hacks your account and takes you down, you're in a lawsuit of a lawsuit. Let me tell you that. You ain't gonna be able to recover from that fucker. Hundreds of millions of us all on PlayStation, and we can't play our games because someone hacks it or something. You're in a lot of trouble. Just stop making shit complicated. Keep gaming the way it should be. Keep it physical. Keep it offline as a part of the disc, and just bring online as a bonus and make that the update and the patch, because no one cares at the end of the day. When you turn the server off, the game is dead anyway. So we just want that single player part of the game on the disc, so people like myself who collect them actually still have a reason to pay £60 for a disc. Because the minute it goes digital, guys, I'm done. I'm out of the market. I'm done. I'll go into other things. I'll go into more animals. I'll go into more bloody RC cars and fucking collecting horror figures and doing stuff like that. I don't care. I've got enough games to live my life, so bugger it, you know. I only support the developer, guys, because I enjoy the games. I support what I'm willing to buy. You know, if you like Kit Kats, the chocolate bar in the words, guys, yeah, you like Kit Kats, and then all of a sudden Kit Kat company Nestle said we're going to make Kit Kats £9 each, you're going to go, nope, fuck that, stepping off. And that's what I'm doing with games, guys. I just don't see it as a viable market for me anymore. Graphics are amazing, but at the end of the day, if it's not yours to keep when you've gone and shed out your hard-earned money, where you can't just, you know, money today is like fucking gold. You can't afford to waste it. You know, and yeah, when you go out and you spend all that money, I mean, look, we pay for everything nowadays. You pay 18, 20, 30, 40 quid for your fucking internet. On top of that, you then pay for Netflix. On top of that, you then pay for this. You pay for this. You pay for this. Like, fucking, it's just all pay out. Where these bills weren't there before. These are all new shit. There's a streaming devices. I don't care for streaming devices. I don't give a fuck if they left tomorrow. I couldn't give a toss. I'm not one of these people like Inspector Gadget where I've got a TV screen that shoots at my arsehole and I want to watch it on the go. I like to go home and relax, and a home is a home, not a place where you just fucking sleep and leave. But, I don't know, guys. I've gone on enough. Let me know what you think down below, guys. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.